Still no word from SpaceX this morning following a massive explosion at the Boca Chica launch site. Channel 5's Christian Von Preissing spoke with an expert in physics on some of the factors involved in the tests.
What happened over the course of just about 4 seconds Friday could be heard for miles around. The explosion of a rocket model at the SpaceX Boca Chica launch site, reported shortly after by the city of Port Isabel, calling it a cryogenic explosion. City officials asking people to notify the city if they experienced any injuries. The substances used in this test still unknown. No word if any state or federal agency will look into this. Mario Diaz, professor of physics, tells us typically rockets are being fueled by a mixture of oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen at very low temperatures.
All the three are used in liquid state, which means a very high pressure, very low temperatures, and depending on how they're used, if they get exposed to rising temperatures, then essentially what's going to happen, they're going to gasify and create tremendous pressure.
He says it's a lot like a classic science demo, putting water in a container of liquid nitrogen.
A little bit of liquid nitrogen right there in the bottom.
It's demonstrated here by science communicator Steven Spangler. The liquid nitrogen, very cold, mixed with water, much warmer. The results?
Stand it anymore. That's awesome to do.
A burst of energy. And in space operations, such changes in temperature could happen if something goes wrong.
It all depends on the containers they use. It depends on either any leaks or anything like that. It's complicated. It's risky. There is a risk associated.
Port Isabel City Manager Jared Hakema says the information they put out was reported by Cameron County, saying there were no injuries and that no chemicals were released. We also asked Dr. Diaz about the concern of these kinds of mixtures to health and the environment.
My understanding from the type of material they're using fuel, I wouldn't say that there is any risk to the environment.
The blast heard as far as South Padre Island, a possible 25 square mile radius. For the original residents who were here before SpaceX, some of them still living in the area, a shock.
At the same time, what I'm going to say is, this is a spaceport. You know, it's bound to try new technologies and to go through these type of things.
48 hours later, the damage at this site still being recovered. The company behind it still not speaking to the public. Christian Von Preissing, Channel 5 News this morning.
Since that explosion, the city of Port Isabel is also asking if anyone was injured or affected by the blast to call their non-emergency number at 943-2727.